welcome to the gold market, your taxes, and what you need to know before April 15th. This is an info session about your wealth IQ, guys. This is designed to help you guys better understand the world and what's going on around you, and present some opportunities that you can take advantage of. It's being presented by Gold IQ Group. Gold IQ Group is a subsidiary of the Wealth IQ Group. We call it the smartest minds in metal. It's an aggregation of bright people that we've been able to put together from various aspects of the metals industry. The idea behind it is to educate, personalize, and support. Okay, so this is not a sales pitch. The idea here is to help educate you guys, to help you guys understand what's happening in the metals market, and how you can take advantage of it in the most advantageous way possible. We are very secure and compliant as far as being a registered broker goes. LBMA, COMEX, Silver Mint Metals only. You guys know the drill with this. We only work with IRS approved depositories. One of the most important things, though, is right there on the right side of that screen. Industry leading buyback policy. One thing that Gold IQ Group will do that a lot of other companies won't do is they'll buy back the gold from the customer. A lot of companies advertise that but don't do it. Drew does it all the time. Okay. Second aspect of that is the IRA account setup. It's completed same day. We'll talk about this later, but I wanted to write 1 hour, and Drew's like, man, it takes about 10 minutes. So we'll talk about that later. So just a quick disclaimer, as I said before, this is for education purposes. We are not giving you financial advice. We're not registered financial advisors giving it to you. This is for education purposes. Check out what we're saying. Go look it up. Verify what we're saying. Please do. Make sure that you understand what it is. And if you have questions, feel free to ask us. Okay, keep going. So Drew, I keep using the name Drew. If you've been at our webinars before, you've met Drew Urasek. I've known Drew Urasek for more than a couple of years now. Drew is smart. That's probably the easiest way for me to say this. Okay. Drew is extremely intelligent. He knows what he's doing, and he does what he does with integrity. Okay. Yes, he's got 20 plus years in the business. Yes, he's been an investment grade analyst for 10 plus years. Okay. But he's very, very smart at what he does. And he thinks it through, and he's able to help people develop strategies that are applicable for their goals, for what they're trying to do. He's helped thousands of people safeguard their retirement accounts. He is the chief metal strategist at Gold IQ, the managing partner at the Complete Investor, and a decorated U.S. Marine with 8 years of service. So without further ado, Drew, I'm going to let you take this over.
Thank you so much, Michael. And by the way, almost a decade now. I think it's like over 8 years. I've been working with you on different capacities. And thank you to you and your company. Gold IQ Group is probably the best company that curates the best events, the most detailed education when it comes to not only precious metals, but all types of investments. And thanks for having me. Guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, it is tax season. What a big topic, because this is when people usually look at not only their taxes, but their investments. And I can't think of a better time to look at gold. Also, a lot of people don't know that gold has some specific attributes that not only can help insulate against taxability, if you will, but also protection against cybersecurity threats. It's not taxed the same as paper assets. I'm going to go into all these details. And right now we have probably the biggest buying event that you'll probably see in gold. I know it's the biggest one I've seen in almost 15 years, and since I've been doing this. So we'll go over that as well. So why gold now? Well, if you are a technical trader, you might recognize this. What's this called? Anyone? Head and shoulders, right? And this is what you want to see when you see a head and shoulders, when it comes out of the head and shoulders pattern, high volume. I'm actually going to do a little bit of a detailed training here quick sidebar. I know you weren't expecting this. So whenever you look at any chart for technical limits, right? And this is gold futures contract, and I just spread it out at a year. You want to look at the investment for the period of time that you plan on holding it when doing technical analysis. So I personally believe you should own gold for at least 3 to 5 years. Okay. So when looking at that period, you would put this on a 3 or 5 year chart. Because this looks better for this training right now at 1 year, I'm using 1 year. But anytime you want to look at where support is, I think Steven, you put down GLD's 460 next stop. Well, let's actually qualify that, okay? All right, so whenever you're doing technical analysis, and it's pretty easy to do, just take any point where the market failed, meaning it tried to get past a point, right, and didn't, and came down. That obviously is resistance, right? And then some people make the mistake when it breaks that level, they think that is support, right? Oh, that is now support because it broke that level. No, negative, do not pass go. I got, by the way, trained by some of the top traders at the Chicago Board of Trade when I worked out of the Chicago Board of Trade building. One of the top S&P futures traders, one of the top oil traders, one of the top gold traders, and arguably one of the top options traders, famous for taking Amazon.com public as the market maker. That being said, this is when it becomes support.
I told you guys he was smart.
This is when it becomes support. It's got to test it. So what's the number? 40, basically 4,300. And look what happened after the big pullback that everyone saw. And by the way, gold normally doesn't have this kind of pullback. This is a great buying opportunity. And I won't go into much more detail about the buying opportunity because I want to tell you why gold here in a second. But this price point is not only tested, it is a discount and a rare one. And guess when this happened, by the way, this head and shoulders test? In the middle of not only the war, but us basically saying we are going to destroy the entire country of Iran. And it still bounced. While everything was crashing, gold was going up. So what a great bullish sign. Now that being said, let's go back to our handy-dandy presentation. I know I always digress here. But how would you like to not only have a great investment that not only protects you during crazy times of insane markets, also protection against inflation, right? Gold is a great protection against inflation. It's not taxed the same as paper assets. I'm going to go over that in a little bit here. Not taxed the same as stocks, bonds, mutual funds, annuities, cryptocurrency, right? It's also 100% insured, right? Most investments aren't. I'm going to go in that little detail as well. And then last but not least, you can also own physical precious metals that are deemed non-reportable by the IRS. Really cool stuff, and I'll go that at the end here. Now, that being said, how would you like guaranteed returns? Now, I know you can't have guaranteed returns, but how would you like to have as close to guaranteed returns as humanly possible? Align yourself with situations and instances that you know are going to happen. We are going broke, and we're going broke faster than we've ever gone broke before. We're adding more debt faster than we've ever added debt. And this war is costing us $2 billion a day. See, this is the biggest reason I believe everyone on this call needs to get some gold. Okay, why? Well, let's look at our national debt. We are currently nearing $40 trillion in national debt. There are analysts saying at the progress we are making right now, adding to this debt, right, we will be at near $100 trillion in debt by 2030. Well, gold goes up with our debt. That's just fact. Over time, as we add debt to a currency that has no basis of value, gold goes up. Period. End of statement. And if gold goes up with our debt, and we're about to go more than double our debt, 39 trillion to 100 trillion by 2030, Doesn't it make sense that gold double, right? And that's why analysts, and it's not me, Jamie Dimon, Ed Yardini of Yardini Research are calling for $10,000 an ounce gold. So you're basically telling me you can get into physical precious metals, have basically, and I don't want to say a guaranteed return because there's no such thing as a guaranteed return, but if we're guaranteeing we're going to double our debt with all the actions we're taking, right? And gold goes up with our debt, aren't we guaranteeing a return on investment with gold? Right? And this is a physical precious metal that's not taxed the same as your paper assets. It's 100% insured with all risk coverage. And again, you can own physical precious metals that are deemed non-reportable by the IRS. And again, I'll go over those details in a second. It's getting so crazy. Listen, it is getting so crazy out there with traditional investments that the chief investment officer, Mike Wilson of Morgan Stanley, said you should have at least 20% of your assets in physical precious metals. By the way, Michael, you're from Wall Street. You're a Wall Street guy. How many times have you had a financial advisor tell you that you should have physical precious metals in your retirement account?
That to me is so remarkable because it never happens. They have no financial incentive whatsoever to tell you that. So the fact that they are is an indicator of a safety issue. That's an indicator of a safety issue.
Now, I'm going to go over the tax differences because this is huge in my opinion. All right? But most people don't know this, and you need to know this. Your traditional investments in your traditional retirement account has no insurance. You can look at the bottom of any statement page. Schwab, Edward Jones, Empower, you name it. It's going to say these words. These investments have no insurance, can lose 100% of their value. Wait a minute. Why can't they insure your stocks, your bonds, your annuities? Why can't they insure the investments in your retirement account? Because you don't own them. You actually don't own the investments in your brokerage. You have what's called beneficial interest. They can't insure something you don't own. Now there is SIPC insurance. Okay, I got it. But it's maxed out at $500,000 and it only covers the account if the brokerage goes insolvent. It does not protect you against anything technical inside the account. If there's a fast market, the market drops, you try to get out, you can't get out, your stop orders get blown past, you lose a ton of value. Any technical problems, any cybersecurity problems are not covered. Oh, and here, I had to bring this up. I know, Michael, it was not on the agenda. I want everybody to look this up right now. Operation or Project Glass Wing. This is so scary. See, Anthropic, the creators of the Claude LLM, large language model, is not releasing their latest model because it exposes vulnerabilities of cybersecurity for all organizations and individuals. They are saying if this gets released to the open public, it will open up the door for hackers to hack virtually everything. So anything digitally held could be hacked. They're only releasing this to 11 companies, most of them with government contracts in security, and not to the open public. And Congress right now wants to stop them from releasing it to anybody because they know as soon as this goes out, it will open up the door for everything to be hacked. Now, this is scary stuff. And guess what? You can't hack a physical gold coin. I get this all the time. What about GLD, right? What about, just owning the paper gold, the paper silver? This is one of the reasons why, right? And again, physical precious metals inside your retirement account, 100% insured. Now, here's some cool stuff. Michael, did you have something you wanted to add?
No, I'm just, you scare me when you say something. I gotta be honest with you. That's incredible.
Look it up. Do the research yourself. Project Glass Wing. It's scary stuff. Okay, this is the coolest thing, guys, and we're in tax season, right? So let's guarantee our returns, right? By 2030, if we more than double our debt, gold should more than double, right? Awesome. But also, how would you like to have a huge tax benefit, right? Because gold, physical precious metals, gold and silver is not taxed the same as paper assets, not taxed the same as stocks, bonds, mutual funds, annuities, or even cryptocurrency in your retirement account. And I bet everyone on this call rather spend less money in taxes in retirement than more money in taxes in retirement. Am I right? So this is gold futures. Now, I used to trade this contract. This is actually how I got my start, trading gold futures when I worked out of the Chicago Board of Trade building for some of the top traders in the market. And this is not the price of gold that you actually take possession of, right? This is the raw ore out of the ground, has not been taken delivery of, has not been melted down, impurities taken out, and stamped into a coin or a bar. But this is what the government's going to look at when assessing the value of the gold in your retirement account. Now, this is huge. I want everyone to remember 4778.30, okay? Remember this number. Now, by the way, everyone on this call does not need to buy gold from me. You can go to the United States Mint yourself direct, usmint.gov, and you can go ahead and pick yourself up an American Gold Eagle. Oh, by the way, a little sidebar. There is no coin that sells for more money, faster, more money, liquidates faster than for more money than the American Gold Eagle. Don't let anyone talk you into any other coin, in my opinion. I can sell you whatever you want, but this coin, hands down, will sell faster for more money than any other coin in the market. And you get a brand new one from the Mint Direct for $5,520. Now, I think that price is expensive, but they do give you a nice velvet box. Now, if you go to the Mint Direct, you need to know three things. Number one, they really don't have any customer care. You're probably not going to talk to a live person. Number two, oh, awesome. That's awesome, Steve. Number two, they don't do IRAs. If you want gold in your IRA, they can't help you out. Number three, they don't buy back their metals. So if gold goes up 200, 300, 400% over the next few years, right? I've got clients that have made 500% returns on their gold, right? If you want to liquidate, they can't help you out. Now, why might you use a company like me? Number one, I have great customer care, in my opinion. I always answer the phone live. I don't leave the day without answering all my calls, all my emails.
You don't have to edify that, Drew. Let me just say this. Guys, Drew Urasek, okay? You see his name there, all right? I'll put it in the chat. Go look him up. Go in Trustpilot. Put Drew Urasek Gold Reviews. Go do the research yourself. The man's got 5-star reviews everywhere. And when you read, one of the biggest things that you hear about him is his customer care. So you don't need to edify yourself. I'll do that edifying for you. Okay?
Thank you so much. Also, I specialize in IRAs. We also do gold direct delivery, but I would say about 80% of our business is helping people with their IRAs. Oh, a little sidebar also, nobody delivers real gold, real silver faster, safer, more effectively than me. Gold in your hand, silver in your hands in 1 to 2 days. I still hear to this day other companies making claims that they deliver their gold fast in, say, 4 to 6 weeks. 1 to 2 days in your hands, fully insured. Also, I do buy back your metals. Pay fair market value, no discounts, no penalties, no fees, cashing you out usually same day. And then last but not least, I buy millions and millions of dollars of gold every single month. So I'm able to pass along some pretty good savings. Actually, I'm usually 20 to 30% less than anybody else. Now, again, this price is pretty high. Most companies, right about now, you'll see the Eagle selling for about $5,200, $5,300 all day long. Okay. Now, that being said, wait a minute. The government's looking at spot price for the value of your gold. Well, like I said, you can see these coins selling for $5,200, $5,300 all day long online. On eBay, people selling their coins for $5,200 through $5,300. You tell me, would you rather be taxed at $5,300 or $4,700? Now, that might not seem like a lot, but over a period of time and over a period of a full IRA of money, it's huge. And in retirement, you know and I know that either A, you're not working, hopefully you're not working, or B, you're working but not making as much money as you used to. So every penny counts. And this is the only investment I know that is not taxed the same as regular paper asset. Now, Michael, I'm going to do a quick jump over to my website just because I want everyone to see. And you can check me out again, thecompleteinvestor.net. We specialize in, again, protecting people's retirement accounts with real physical precious metals. If you do direct delivery, 1 to 2 days. But here's the reviews that I put on my site. But Michael said something that triggered a little comment I want to make. Again, look me up, Drew Urasek Gold, in any search engine. Just Drew Urasek Gold. I only have 5-star reviews for my clients. And the reason I feel I only have 5-star reviews for my clients is, number one, I educate first. I never push anyone into anything they don't want to do. I educate first, and I support you in your decision. So number two, I empower you to make your own decision, and I'll be there, whatever your decision is, and support you in that decision. And then three, I make myself available. I am available not only on the front end, but the back end. And write this down, commit it to memory, because anyone that goes to any company for investment, no investment's a good investment unless you can cash out. And I've got clients that I've cashed out same day, full fair market value, no discounts, no penalties, no fee. I had a gentleman that has been with me since the beginning of my company, made about 500% return on his money. He wanted to get into an office, but buy an office building, cash out half of his gold, right? Same day. I would say out of 2,000 licensed dealers in the country, maybe 100 are full service dealers like me. And almost none of them pay fair market value, full fair market value for the gold that they buy or silver that they buy. And again, I cash out same day. Some people will say, hey, I'll cash you out, but it's going to be like a month. So just wanted to give you that. Now, let's get back to the slideshow, because there's also one other feature that I love about gold. You can actually own coins that are deemed non-reportable by the IRS. This is so cool. If you ever take possession of your precious metals, there are coins you can actually buy that you do not have to tell anyone you have while you own them, including the U.S. government. Me, as a licensed dealer, I don't even have to tell anybody that you bought them from me. So cool. Finally, some privacy and anonymity, especially when cybersecurity threats are only getting worse, not less, right? They're every day. I mean, again, that Project Silverwing, or is it Glasswing? I can't remember. Anyway, Glasswing. That being said, Glasswing. That being said, where was I? Sorry, I jumped ahead. I know, Michael, you're such an operations guy. Michael's like, 1 hour. It takes 10 minutes. 10 minutes to open up your account. It's like opening a checking account. It takes 10 minutes to open your account. It does take about a week to 10 days to move your money. No tax is taken out. No discounts. No penalties. No fees. I talk to probably 150 investors a month. I am still astonished that most people don't know you can take any money that you have in a qualifying 401k or IRA and tax-free, penalty-free move it into gold. You lose no value. You're just moving from paper to physical assets. And again, I think the timing couldn't be better, not only because it's tax season, but gold's having its first major pullback of any value in 15 years. What do you got, Michael?
And I think that's really the main point of today. And I think to me, you've got so many things lined up right now. And this is kind of what got me excited about doing this info session is you've got if you're a technical analyst, you're looking at the charts right now, it makes sense. If you're looking at the fundamentals of the fact that we are essentially in a massive conflict, right? That we don't see the end anytime near. You've got everything that's going on in the credit markets. You've got there's so many factors that are saying gold should go up from here. And you had a pullback at an awesome time, right? All of those things are saying, okay, gold's a rocket ship, right? It should go up from here. And you have that at the same time you have the opportunity to preserve yourself from the taxation by getting involved in IRAs, self-directed IRAs. So I think that to me is the biggest thing. You have both of those happening right now. That's the opportunity.
And this slide here is, again, just going over that you can actually own physical precious metals that are deemed non-reportable by the IRS. So if you ever do take possession, you have some true privacy and anonymity in your assets, which just does not exist with any other investment. You can't own a house without everyone knowing you have it. You can't have a brokerage account without everyone knowing you have it. Heck, you can't even own Bitcoin anymore without everyone knowing you have it. So again, it's nice to have some privacy, some protection against prying eyes, some protection against cybersecurity threats. Again, you can't hack a physical gold coin. Now, let's recap. Why gold? Why now? We're about to go from $40 trillion to $100 trillion in debt. I don't see any reason why we don't do that. Now, it might not be 4 years exactly, but analysts are saying it's probably going to happen at the rate we're going within the next 4 years. That's more than double. Gold goes up with our debt. It's just history. Just watch history. Gold goes up with our debt. The farther we get removed from real value of our currency, the more value is in real assets like gold and real estate. Okay? And
I also think, though, Drew, I think it's not just the fundamentals. I think when you have both the fundamentals and the technical analysis, right? So and one of the
it's
things,
rare,
by the way, guys, and this I do have to add this because this is one of my favorite things about Drew, is he says I don't like when people when investors want to look at their charts every day. Okay, and you should,
because that's not investing, that's trading.
Right. At that point, you're trading. And I know a lot of the people that are on this call are traders. So I'm looking through the names, and I know about 80% of the people, right? A lot of you guys are traders. And one of the hard things with gold is with any form of longer term investment is you get used to looking at the chart all the time, and you're checking and you're checking and you're checking and you're waiting. But it's very rare, okay? Very rare. And I can tell you it's the first time in at least 4 or 5 years where the fundamentals of what's happening that affect gold are lining up with the technical analysis. Because we've just been hitting all-time high after all-time high after all-time high for the last, however many years. When you have that all working together, and then you combine it with the number 2 here, the fact that it's tax season, baby, and you can take advantage of these opportunities right now, to me, that's the value. And that's really the point of it, I think we were trying to accomplish today.
And you got between now and the 15th to do 2 years of contribution, right? If you have an IRA that you're already contributing to, you can add 2 years of whatever your max level is, put that all into gold. And at the end of the day, this is the way I look at it. If you have X dollars, however much it is, and you want to make sure that you have by 2030, not only the most secure investment with the highest rate of return, but 100% insured, and also not taxed the same when you decide to take it out. And when you take it out, if you take possession, also have some privacy and anonymity, right, with some non-reportable coins. Why wouldn't you have at least some, right? And according to Mike Wilson, right, Morgan Stanley's chief investment officer, it better be 20%, right? But again, that's your call. So if you'd like, what I'd like to offer everybody is my calendar. I will meet with you on your terms, talk about anything you want to talk about, no obligation whatsoever. We'll go over your personal situation. I've got people that are like, hey, you know what? I want to be able to leave something to my grandkids, right? I want to leave something to my kids. I am getting close to retirement. I don't want to have another crash before I retire, right? Or, hey, how much do you think I should have? Hey, Drew, what kind of coin should I get, right? I go over all that with you with no obligation whatsoever. If you decide you want to move forward, great, awesome. If you don't, I'm a resource for you down the road, or you can recommend me to someone you might know. But I will tell you right now, I've been in gold now since 2010 myself personally. I've been helping people protect their retirement accounts since 2016. I've had this company up and running since then with thousands of customers I've helped over the years protect tens and tens of millions of dollars. I have never seen a pullback opportunity like this in gold with this hard of a bounce off of that support level ever. So great opportunity, great price in my opinion, and based on everything I'm reading, 10,000 an ounce by 2030 could really happen.
Two things I'd like to add to that. One is that I dropped Drew's link in the chat. Guys, take advantage of this. Okay. I got to say this, Drew. So he says, a lot of people say, oh, there's no pressure, it's just clarity, no pressure sales. It really is a phone call, guys. One of the things that I absolutely love about Drew is he plays the long game. And the long game with working with people in precious metals is you're going to do it over time. It's not something you have to do right now. It's a one and done transaction. You build relationships, you build trust, you build credibility with people, and over time they keep coming back to you and you become their resource. And you don't have to hear that from Drew. I'm telling you that's the way he does business. That's one of the reasons why I love having him on these programs. Okay? This is truly a no pressure situation. He talks to you about what you can do, what the options look like. And the cool thing is you get even as I've talked to him about it, I've gotten a completely different perspective on it. I told you guys in the beginning, he's smart. I hope you got some great information from him today. If you do have questions, the link is right there. Drew, do you have anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah, if anyone's got any questions, I can stay for a couple minutes. I did notice a comment from somebody saying, hey, physical gold is held digitally by broker. No, that's not real gold. We are a physical precious metals dealer. We only deal in the real stuff. You can touch it any day you want. You can actually hold it in your hand. Even if it's at a depository, you can drive up, say, hey, I want to see my gold, and it's in your hands. Real gold with 100% insurance. Again, 100% all risk coverage, up to $1 billion, by the way. So there's no other investment that has insurance. I hope you know that on the investment itself.
The other side of that is, and I've heard a couple people, and I think this is actually what they were saying too. They say, well, the records are hackable of whose gold is whose. But there's something important. There's a couple important things to understand. But one really important thing to understand is that's why it's 100% insured.
Yeah, it couldn't be insured. By the way, it couldn't be insured if it wasn't recorded and clarified, not only physically but with a ledger. So again, nobody's insuring up to $1 billion of coverage without real asset being there.
Yep.
And under armed guard, 24/7 with the safest security in the marketplace. And again, you can drive up and see your gold anytime you want. You can pick a depository near you if it's in your IRA, or take direct delivery. If you have any cash that you want to turn into gold, it is the simplest, in my opinion, thing to insure. Number one, gold doesn't take up a lot of space. I have gold in my IRA. My wife has it in her IRA. We have gold in our safe at home. Heck, we got gold in our parents' safe at their house. You just take a picture of your coins and the invoice, send it to your home insurance company, a home insurance provider, pennies a day covered.
What was that address, Drew?
What's that?
With the address where you live, so we can all stop by and take a look at that safe.
You'd have to go through about 3 levels of security to get to it, and it's insured.
So guys, listen. I hope you got some great information. I don't know how else to say it, guys. Set an appointment, have a conversation with them. I can tell you this. I enjoy the conversations. I speak to Drew every single day. I'm telling you this, there's not a week that goes by where I don't learn something new just by having the conversation with him. You have the opportunity to do it. I will tell you, he books pretty fast. So make sure you check out the booking link. If you guys don't have any other questions, I tried to keep this as short and quick as possible as we could today. We kept it as an info session.